Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to do lab 3, drum brake inspection, removal and refitting. First and foremost, we are going to jack the car up so that we can remove the tires from the car. After we jack the car up, we are going to put stand on both sides, left and right of the car to maintain the car upwards, and then after that we can safely remove the jack. Here we are going to remove the tires. After the tire is removed, we are going to position the tire beneath the vehicle, just in case if the stand does not work and the car come tumbling down. This is an overview of the drum brake system. To inspect it, we must first put it down and extract the drum brake from the wheel. This is the drum brake after we extract it from the wheel. This is the components that make up the drum brake system. We can see there is two springs. So this is the primary spring and also the shoe, and this is the secondary spring and also the piston. Here we can see the drum brake and we can inspect its condition. We can see that the drum brake is clearly intact and is also in good condition. So here we are going to dismantle the primary spring to extract the first shoe. Here we are going to remove the shoe from the brake drum along with all the components that attach the shoe to the brake drum. Here we are going to extract the other shoe from the drum brake system by removing first the string. Next, we are going to measure the diameter on 4 markings that we already marked on the drum brake. For each marking, there is going to be 4 different measurements and 4 different results because of the unevenly braking distribution. The unevenly readings is caused by years of using the brake, and this is what caused the different readings and measurements for each marking. Remember to always be careful during this experiment, as the components is sharp enough to penetrate your skin and cause it to bleed. So please be careful if you conduct this experiment. Next, we are going to do the rub test. First, we apply the chalk to the brake lining inside the brake drum and apply the brake shoe towards the lining of the chalk to see the evenly distribution of the braking system.
Assalamualaikum. Today we're going to present lab 3 drum brake, this is our group members. We got Muhammad Fernanda, Muhammad Anas, Muhammad Harith, Ahmad Faidhi, Aiman Ashri and Akmal Hakim. Okay, next. This is our discussion session. Okay, in lab sheet we have been instructed to list the name of the labeling part. There's a 20 part we need to name. The number 1 is a drum brake, number 2 is adjusting screw spring, number 3 is return spring, number 4 secondary shoe, number 5 brake adjuster, number 6 return spring, number 7 gap, number 8 hold down spring, number 9 return spring, number 10 primary shoe, number 11 operating lever, number 12 spring washer, number 13 spring retainer, number 14 parking brake lever, number 15 leading shoe, number 16 hold down pin, number 17 brake pin, number 18 brake parking brake cable, number 19 rotor, and number 20 is piston. Okay, next. Harith.
So the condition of brake parts. Part name, condition, finding. Brake drum in a good condition and not so rusty. Retainer spring, the spring in elastic and in a good condition. So for the shoe and lining assembly, the thickness is 4.44 mm. And shoe to shoe spring one, the spring is a little bit rusty, but it does not require to change. Still can use. Shoe to shoe spring two, the spring is in a good condition and have a little bit rusty on it. Also still can use. For the piston, in a good condition and not rusty at all.
Okay, and for me, the inspection, part name and brake lining thickness, and the condition is 2.85 millimeter. The condition is a little bit rusty, but it does not require to change. And the second one, brake drum inside diameter. And the first, we have to measure 4 point of the brake drum. The first measurement is 36.45 millimeter. Second, 36.61 millimeter. The third, 36.61 millimeter. And fourth, 37.04 millimeter. And the third part is the rub test. We suggest to use a chalk to to rub on the drum brake, and we need to test with the brake caliper, and rub test have a good contact on the drum brake. Next.
So of the question, first question is based on your finding, what is the condition of brake shoe lining? Should it be replaced with new shoe lining? So the answer is the brake shoe lining is in good condition. It is a full contact with the brake drum during the rub test. Therefore, the shoe lining should not be replaced and still can be used. The thickness for the primary shoe is 3.35 millimeter, and the thickness for the secondary shoe is 4.43 millimeter. So this is the video of the rub test. We rub the drum brake. We can see the chalk here. Contact well on the pad. So next question. Number 2 question. Explain your result of the drum brake inside diameter. The answer is the drum brake inside diameter was below the recommended specification, which is 40 millimeter. We measure the 4-point diameter of the drum brake and we get the result as below. First result is 36.45 millimeter. Second is 36.61 millimeter. Third is 36.99 millimeter. And fourth is 37.04 millimeter. So next question is question number 3. If deep crack found on the drum, can it be repaired? Explain your answer. If deep crack found on the drum, it cannot be repaired. The drum must be replaced immediately because the durability and strength of the brake drum will not be the same as before, which can cause a failure in braking system. Next is number 4. What is the advantage of drum brake compared to the disc brake? So the drum brake can provide more braking force than an equal diameter disc brake. Second, the drum brake lasts longer because drum brake have increased contact area than disc. Third is cheaper to manufacture than the disc brake. Fourth is rare drum brake generate low heat. 5 is drum brake have a built-in self-energizing effect that require less input force. 7 is wheel cylinder are simply to the recognition than the disc brake caliper. 8, brake shoe can be remanufactured for future use. 9 drum have slightly lower frequency of maintenance due to better corrosion resistance. So next.
Okay, so in conclusion, the first one, able to identify the drum brake of the car, able to inspect the condition of drum brake assembly, able to name all the drum brake assembly, get to know how to open the drum brake and put it back to normal, get to know the thickness of the shoe and lining brake drum diameter, able to detect whether the drum brake in good condition using the rub test. Alright, thank you.